Hey, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. And today I want to talk about the three types of strategic planning mistakes that you can make and how to resolve them. So, if you're a small business owner, startup, entrepreneur, you need strategic planning. Hey, Edwin Dearborn here, another edition of Growth Driven. I want to talk to you about the three mistakes, most common mistakes I see in strategic planning. Um, you can go to Wikipedia dictionary, look up what strategic planning is. It's how you cleverly, intelligently use your resources to make your goal happen. It's the art and science of getting things done. Now, it's a simplification of what strategic planning is, but for the sake of not talking too much, making this a short video, I wanted to share with you the three mistakes that people make. I'm a board member on three companies. I help people with marketing all the time, strategy and business, whether it's lead generation, business development, branding. How do we develop a strategic plan to make all of those things happen? But here's three lies, devastating lies and mistakes that I hear people use when I say the word strategy. Mistake number one, strategy is only for big organizations. Not true. Those with small companies or modest ambitions commonly believe that strategy is for people that are, they have an MBA, they manage Fortune 500 level companies, they're going big. But I would argue that the smaller you are, the less money you have, the more you should actually have a strategy. When you have less, you need to think strategically about what you do have because you don't have the opportunity to lose that little bit. So you got to be very strategic with what you have. Plus, if you develop that strategic habit early, when you do have more resources, you'll be better at it. Now is the time to develop your strategic habits. So what's interesting is when you are good with being strategic, you get more opportunities, you get more resources. That's the first one. Here's the second one. Strategy is only about thinking, thus it's a complete waste of my time. I had someone tell me one time when I talked about developing a strategy, he goes, "Oh, you mean you think up all the ideas that other people have to do?" It was embarrassing. No. See, just as your mind drives and directs your body in motion throughout the day, strategy drives and directs your tactics and regular activities, whether that's investing, buying real estate, lead generation, business development, managing teams. It all begins with an idea of what do we have, where do we want to go, and how do we direct these motions and processes in the most advantageous way. That is strategy. No, it's the opposite. Take a look at somebody who's drunk or extremely tired. You'll see that in their muddled actions. They won't be able to think analytically. They won't be able to think logically. Thus, they make mistakes. Whereas, take a look at the mind of Tom Brady. Very strategic, and he wins a lot of Super Bowls. Here's the third mistake I hear all the time. Strategy provides little value or impact. So I developed a strategy. Now what? Does it really do anything? Well, if you're not doing anything with the strategy, I guess it would have just a little bit of impact. But see, what I have found that most people are stuck in their normal subconscious habits and old routines. It's the same old every day. I did it yesterday. I do it today. Why change? They cannot connect the dots between strategy and elevating their maneuvers, changing their tactics. How do I improve? How do I develop better ways? How do I come up with a better game plan? So if you're not coming up with a better game plan through innovation, reiteration, evaluation, review of your actions, and thus coming to a higher place, of course it's not going to have an impact. Now, before you have ever witnessed these world-renowned innovations, whether it be the iPhone, whether it be electric car, whether it be the F-18, whether it be laser technology, There were strategic minds working on that for years, if not decades, before the innovation ever hit the market. All true innovators, the ones that we well renowned, whether it's Alexander Graham Bell or it's the Wright brothers or it's Steve Jobs, all of them were strategists. They sat down and they thought about how to actually leverage resources. How do they take technologies and elevate them to new levels? How do they change people's lives with things that they didn't even know they wanted? That's strategy. So if you suffer from any of these three things, might want to eradicate that, relook at what strategy is, read some books on it, or heck, hire someone like myself or bring me on the team, or go out and find a strategist. But I'm telling you, once you become strategic in your thinking, it will change your actions. It will have an impact. Will it happen overnight? No. We all know that results come from consistent activity. You want to lose weight? You can't eat one salad. You got to eat salads and exercise almost every day for months, if not years, if you want to change your health. It's the same with your business or your finances. Small steps, rational steps, strategic steps taken over and over and over result in big changes. This has been another edition of Growth Driven. You make it a great evening. Bye-bye.